I'm Tim Hawkins, and I volunteer in the guest services and the graphic design department. So how I got to Deeper was actually pretty funny. I was actually listening to Pandora one day and just happened to, oddly enough, click on the bio tab and just started reading the bio of Pastor William. One of his songs came up, and he just said he was a pastor of Deeper Fellowship here in Orlando, and I just kind of thought that was interesting. So about 5 or 6 months went by, and I just kind of forgot about it, and just happened to be looking on Facebook one day, and somebody that I knew kind of liked a post about the first service. And so I was just getting ready for church one morning, and somebody just told me to come here and check out the service. So I think your service is a direct reflection of your love for God. And so, you know, when I first moved here, one of the promises I made to God was that, you know, I always take care of the house of God. And so that's kind of a promise that I always try to keep. You know, when I think about, you know, our parts, you know, and kind of how Paul talks about, you know, in Corinthians, you know, 1 Corinthians 12, that you know, each part of the body has its own specific function, and each one contributes to the functioning of the body. And so that's just, I just believe that we all just, you know, we all have our own parts to play, and all of our parts are vital to the advancement of the kingdom. And so even when it just comes to graphics and, you know, comes to, you know, putting the signs out, it's all vital to, you know, how people experience the presence of God here. The environment here, it was just something that felt very, very familiar, and it pretty much, it kind of felt like home. And so especially being, you know, 1,000 miles away, you know, you wanted something that seemed, you know, similar, and I just knew that God was here, and I knew that the presence of God was here, and I just wanted to be a part of a people who were just as passionate about pursuing, you know, the presence of God as I was. And, you know, as we talk about not being unashamed of pursuing that and loving God, you know, the way that we love Him. And so that's kind of the major impact that Deeper has had on me. That it's just a reminder that God answers prayers.